Hi friends, welcome to Bitcoin Gem channel. I hope you all are doing great. So this is a very special video where I want to talk to you regarding your security about your hot wallets like MetaMask or any other hot wallets. We'll talk specifically about MetaMask today, but this goes with everything, every kind of hot wallet. So there are ways through which you can protect your MetaMask, and I want you to understand the risk factor involved, that no hot wallet is 100% secure, because there are ways through which hackers can always hack you in ways that you might even not know. And this is not just about you, even sophisticated people who are really aware about a lot of technical things do get hacked at times. So the best thing is to keep learning, keep upgrading yourself. Always, guys, if you are having any large bag of any kind of crypto, hardware wallets or cold wallets are the best wallets to store your crypto long term. So please use your hardware wallets wherever, whenever possible. And if you are using MetaMask, which you are, which is practical and it is easy to trade, so especially all the cryptos that we trade, we like to store it on our MetaMask or any other hotware hot wallet that you use. So what steps can you take to keep your wallet safe, secure? What are certain mistakes that you might be committing unknowingly is what we are going to talk today. So please like this video. If you have come for the first time to the channel, subscribe to the channel and help me grow this channel. And let me know if you want me to make videos on all such topics. I do make videos constantly on our technical analysis, but if you want me to make videos other than technical analysis, then please comment down below. So let us begin today's video, and I hope you all are doing great. So the first thing that what I want to share is, now this is DC investor account, and he tweeted this something which is very necessary for you to understand. So guys, he is also a crypto investor and a long-term crypto investor in my if I'm not wrong. And look at this recent tweet where he said, I just saw a more sophisticated than average scam. A user sends a message saying they are trying to sell quick, provides link which looks exactly like OpenSea. First thing that pops up if you click on seemingly cheap item is a fake MetaMask pop-up asking your seed words. This is a good reminder to never enter your seed words in an electronic device outside of your initial wallet setup. Scams like this are super common. Be extremely vigilant. So, the first thing you need to learn from here is, once you set up your MetaMask wallet, you will never require to use your seed phrase unless you have forgotten your password and you want to again reset a new password. So if any random uh, link that you get, and if that link is asking you, like it is, we can clearly see in this picture, if that MetaMask pop-up opens up and if it's asking you your seed phrase, then that definitely is something fishy and wrong. Be aware. No, no token, no security contract will ask you your seed phrase, and only if your MetaMask is not connected live to that site, you might, and if you're logging in for the first time for the day, you might have to enter your password, but nobody will ask you your seed phrase. So the first thing, never, never, never share your seed phrase. And if anybody is asking you your seed phrase, that means something is fishy. Take care, dig in more. So this is the first thing that you need to keep in mind. This is also one important tweet that was shared by at the rate link chainlink account, and he shared that I got hacked for 300k, basically my life's work. It's overwhelming, not sure what else can I do. If you can donate anything, and he's given an address. And so this is also a comment down below. You left 300k sitting on a MetaMask hot wallet. Again, guys, I'm telling you, I don't know how your financial securities, what is your capacity. But unless and until you are not trading frequently, keep that crypto in cold wallet if it's possible. If it's possible with you, if you can buy an hardware wallet, do buy and keep your crypto safe there. If you want me to make a video on which are the best hardware wallets in my opinion, comment down below. I will make a video on hardware wallets. So something you need to understand is that there are people who there are wallets that are getting hacked, and at times you might not even know how you got hacked. So there are different ways to, your accounts can get hacked. This is one which I read, and I think you all should realize and understand this, because a lot of times as a user, you might not be aware of the mistakes that are possible, that might be happening without your awareness. I will highlight a few mistakes that commonly might happen, and you have to check whether you are doing that kind of mistake. But this is something very interesting that I read and I want to share. All my MetaMask extension accounts were compromised somehow. Attacker transferred all funds of value, including unstaking and removal from various vaults or contracts. Breach happened approximately is given a date, clearing out all 10 accounts in extension, more than 20k USD in value total stolen. The transactions were not executed from my desktop, indicating account wallets were rebuilt and transactions executed somewhere else from a script possibly. However, was curious to see that the attacker sent a small amount of ETH to one wallet and then transferred coins, though there was already a ETH in the said wallet. So attacker did send some ETH to the wallet that he was going to hack, even though there was enough ETH in the wallet, which is said here by the hacker. I have never given out my private keys or seed phrase and would not for any reason ever. However, I will list that things that are possible for vectors of attack, as I cannot pinpoint exactly how the private keys were compromised. So this guy has given some points which he thinks might be a reason why he got attacked. Now, he has never shared his private key or his seed phrase to anybody, but still there are ways. See guys, 95% of the times, the if your wallet can get hacked, it might be unknowingly your mistake only. You might not be aware about it. So that's why I'm telling you, we need to learn and upgrade ourselves if you are using crypto, and it is very important for you to know this. So the first point he has mentioned is my Brave browser was left open unattended, connected to internet, while MetaMask extension wallet was not logged prior to attack. So possible attacker got remote desktop access and somehow installed a keylogger via malware to gain my MetaMask extension password, allowing my keys to get exposed. It seems unlikely. Also, all wallets other than MetaMask on my desktop are unaffected. So only his MetaMask wallet got hacked. And the reason that he's pondering upon, he's contemplating upon, is that his extension wallet was not logged prior to attack. This can be one reason. Always, once your transactions are done, sign off from your MetaMask wallet. Do not let that wallet open. I have connected my accounts to a lot of various Web3 sites, smart contract with unlimited access to funds like DeFi farms and vaults in the past, and have been left unchecked. However, since all 10 accounts under the extension were compromised, I don't see how it would be possible to breach all of them, as I have never ever signed access to all 10 accounts on a single Web3 contract, except Zapper and APY Vision could be culprit. Will be pruning to connected sites list entirely. The last transactions I made were minting Panda Golf Squad NFTs and viewing them on OpenSea. The minting process did not run smooth. I posted my ETH address in PSG Discord looking for help regarding why my minted pandas were not being revealed in a timely manner. I see FUD on CT regarding security holes in NFTs, OpenSea, and MetaMask, suppressing info while supporting dark web hackathons that end up exploiting victims in the process. About a week ago, I installed MS Office Pro and the CPL I turned virus protection. I turned virus protection off. Malware may have gotten me here. I have rolled back Windows to restore a prior. No one is mentioned. No. See, this is something which he has written, which is very important. Sign out of all contracts after interacting, which I already told you, with them, and limit their access to keep extensions logged at all time. Limit access is also important. This will come to the next part in this video, where a lot of times users unknowingly give unlimited transaction permission to different contracts and tokens. So be aware that you need to sign off from your MetaMask once your transactions is over, once your contract interaction is over. Also, a lot of times we download, specifically if you're using MetaMask in mobile or even on the laptop, you download certain apps that might give you, there are certain mining apps giving you free cryptos. I will not name a specific any specific company, but in general, whenever you are downloading an app, specifically you are using that same phone to trade, and also you are using it to download apps, I think it is an open invitation. If possible, may have a different device where you only trade crypto. It's like it's your business device. You do not need to expose it with anything else. But whenever you download any application, make sure that is a genuine application. Over here, they have written mobile crypto mining app possibly connected to personal data leak. 17 GB personal data leak reportedly sprung from Pi Network mobile app. So this was the data leaked, and similarly, downloading an app for earning free tokens can become a reason for you to get your hot wallet attacked. So make sure you are not trusting an app which you should not trust. One more important article that I read over here, and I will let's check whether something that is important in this, and you can also Google that. Keep learning about this, where there are different ways to which, if that attack is possible, then how do that attackers take benefit, and you will find a lot of content on the net. See, here it is written: browsing the web with a logged MetaMask does not expose any of your MetaMask addresses to any sites. However, it does tell every site you visit that you are a MetaMask user. So even though you are using your web and your MetaMask wallet is not exposed, but the site is becoming aware that you are a MetaMask user. And that's where you can be, you can be a target. Phishing the user approach. The alternate to having user open their real MetaMask is to create a fake MetaMask pop-out for the user to enter their password, seed phrase. Having a password is valuable, but an attacker would still need access to your encrypted private keys. So whenever any pop-up happens, reconfirm that it is a genuine pop-up and not a phishing site. One most important thing, this is what I wanted to tell you, and that a lot of times when you approve some tokens, so if you're using Uniswap, always when you are ultimately buying a token, any decentralized exchange, that will ask your permission. Always see what permission are you giving. Are you giving permission to use unlimited funds or limited funds? Generally, a lot of times people give access to use unlimited funds. So there is something called as token approvals, and you can go and Google token approvals on Etherscan. So visit Etherscan token approval. See, just like this, if you know, there will always be an option of edit permission when you are interacting with any token. So first of all, guys, whenever, uh, in my opinion, have 2, 3 different MetaMask wallets. There are a lot of times we get approached for a different kind of airdrops. If you trust that token, only then interact it with your wallet. A lot of times this airdrops can be from scammy tokens. They just want access to your wallet, and knowingly unknowingly you might give them access. So be aware whenever you are interacting with a token, whenever you buy a token, what permissions are you giving them to the token? And you can visit token approvals on Etherscan. When you visit token approvals on Etherscan, type your MetaMask wallet address and see what is happening with that. What approvals have you given? So a lot of times you might have given unlimited access to your tokens, unlimited access to Ethereum, unlimited access to any number of tokens you might have interacted with your MetaMask. If you have, you can use token approvals, and then there will be a option to revoke that permission, which you can. So keep this in mind, Etherscan token approvals. I am sure there will be similar uh, way to check your Binance, that is BAC network also, and just look for all such things. So whenever you interact with a token, whenever you buy a token, always read the permissions that you are giving them. Do not blindly do that, because once we start buying a lot of stuff on decentralized exchange, it is a human habit that to just, if you get used to it, you start giving okay, you start giving permissions without reading the entire thing. Do not do that. It is important if you want to keep your funds safe. So this is something that I wanted to share with you today. I hope this video was of some education to you and some help to you. Please share it with anybody and everybody who's using crypto, and if you think this video can be benefited. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care. Bye bye.